What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Just quickly sorting out just check I've got plentiful harvest. Yes, I have. Probably want the Steed's blessing on homemaker. No, I don't want that. Right. Might even chuck on Ring of the Wild Hunt, and we're good to go. We are good to go. What's going on, Bursey? How many ink have you got? I've had about 4 ink drops. If you're talking about physical drops, because I'm not including the ones that you get from the quest. I think I got about 6 from the quest because I've done some of the scribing. But yeah, I've had about 4, so it's not been too bad really. But I haven't done extensive farming, to be fair. So just double check the sound's all good. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so I don't think the ink drops are actually that bad, to be fair. I think obviously the PC has already had the patch drop of the they're now dropping on bosses, because they're only dropping on mobs and nodes and maybe containers and a couple of stuff. I haven't actually checked any stolen stuff yet. I don't think you'll get them from pickpocketing. You might get them from chests or something, or definitely containers, urns and coffers and things. I think they've been dropping from. But yeah, I don't think the drop rate is too bad, to be fair. Yeah, I think they actually drop slightly better than the Nern Crux. I mean, I'd say the potent Nern Crux are probably like 1 in 100. They might be about 1 in 80 on the nodes anyway. But you got a better chance with nodes, I think, rather than actually mobs. But you're best to just do everything. But again, I don't think they're actually going, well, on console anyway, they're not going for crazy money. I think they're going about, well, last time I checked they were going about 50k each. So they're probably about 40k now. So they're not really, they're not too bad. The drop is a bit annoying. But again, I don't really know how many you actually need. Because I haven't actually done any proper scribing stuff too much. I only went into the scribing just basically to get the drops. Just so I could get them dropping on nodes, because you've got to do the Netch quest for the nodes, and the other one I forget what it is. Oh, got 2 cooters there, nice. So my recommendation is just to farm nodes if you really want a lot of them. Because mobs, I think they do have a less chance. I mean, it's still low on the nodes anyway. But I think what you've got to see them as is more, they're just like a little bonus. You know, if you get one, you get one. If you don't, you don't. But to actively farm them is not easy. I know a lot of people have been going Craglong to farm them. But there's quite a lot of people doing that. So I'm at this place, which is Firemoth Island, because you can get the unique plant furnishing drops. Yeah, farming nodes are better. I tested it with a friend. Yeah, plus you get the plentiful harvest, and I can confirm that does work, because I did get 2 inks off 1 node. So you get double chance. But yeah, so far I don't think it's too bad. Not, you know, but again, I don't know the quantity of how many you're going to be using. If you're needing like 20, 30, to do loads of skills, then yeah, it's a bit of a pain. But if you're just, I don't know, I think it's 3 inks to scribe a skill, if I'm wrong. But yeah, just pick a sweet spot and just do a bit of node farming. I've done a bit of chest farming. I've got one of the paintings, the new paintings. I haven't done any stealing because I'm waiting for the event to drop. I think it's dropping today, so that'll be good. But this is a nice spot. I've done a video on this area because you can obviously get the rare mushroom drops furnishings. So just do a bit of everything really. But yeah, they don't seem to be dropping on bosses as of yet on console. From what I've seen, it's only been just like basic mobs. But yeah, stick with me and we'll see how many we'll get. I think I've got probably about 5 in my inventory. I don't know. I did sell some for a few 100,000. So did I go past them? I think I did. What? Where are they? I'm going probably too quick. Just search. Oh, I've got 8. That's not too bad. But yeah, I did get 6 of them. I've probably had about 14 probably then. I think I've sold about 6. But this is probably one of your best spots you could probably go. As I said, like you can get the rare furnishing drops. You're getting scraps. You're getting mud crab chitin. I can't even say it. You're getting basically everything you need here to make a ton of gold. But yeah, there's quite a lot of bugs in the new Gold Road, I've noticed. Definitely with the, what are they called? The new dolmen style things, the incursions. They're definitely really buggy. They seem to be active and then they seem to spawn like 20 meters away. Really, really buggy. I've seen a couple of public bosses not spawning. So a patch to fix a couple of these errors is definitely needed. But yeah, how is everyone else's drops? How many ink do you have? But yeah, Craiglawn would be quite good as well. Like I said, you will get the potent Nern Crux. I think it drops pretty much similar, maybe slightly better. But yeah, I don't think farming mobs is the way to go. You're probably better off with the nodes, because even if they do drop on the mobs the same, you're not going to get the double drop bonus with the plentiful harvest. But I'm not farming everything too extensively, I'm just doing a bit of everything. Oh, to pick those up. Yeah, the one boss in Cylon is bugged. As for the ink, I got 16 for me from nodes. That's pretty good. Yeah, the Cylon one, I noticed that. The Minotaur public dungeon, it wasn't spawning. I was waiting there for like 20 minutes and there was quite a lot of people and I was thinking, this is bugged. So, which is a shame, you know, it's a pretty basic thing, isn't it? The boss is respawning. But I mean, I think as time will go on, they're probably going to be, when they become more abundant, I think they're going to be like the Nern Crux a little bit. They're going to probably go down to like 20-30k on console and just sort of stay around that sort of price range, because they seem a similar drop to the potent Nern Crux. So I think that's what they're going to be like. They're going to be that sort of similar drop. So they're going to be in that similar price range. Maybe slightly more because you need more of them. So like say if you craft a Nern honed weapon, you need one, whereas I think you need 3 to do a skill. So that they might be slightly more. But I think at the moment, yeah, last time I checked, there was around the 50k mark. So that's probably translates to about 150k on PC maybe. I haven't actually checked the PC prices. But yeah, come here if you want to farm. It's a sweet spot. You don't often get people here. I've seen the odd person here. There's actually, I've noticed as well that normally, oh, there is someone here. I've noticed as well that it is normally a really good, I'll show you my chest farm as well actually on live. And I'll do like a mixture. If there is someone else farming here, they can take the spot. I think they might be here. Yeah, I'll show you. I've got a good chest farm already. PC or Xbox. I'm on Xbox at the moment. I don't have the new chapter on PC. And you need the chapter to get the drops, because someone did ask me, you know, can you still get the ink drops and stuff without the chapter? And you can't, because to activate the drops you need to do the scribing quest line. What's going on, Hood? Yeah, so I don't think it's been too bad, but like I said, I haven't actually really used the ink, so I could be wrong. You might need quite a lot, so that's probably might be why people are getting a bit frustrated with it. But it's annoying because I think people have been doing like loads of dailies and farming the incursions. I think that's what's been causing the problem, because they've not been dropping on the bosses. See, and when that happens, that's what's caused it. But see, node farming people have been okay. Is it 3 ink per skill? I think it's 3 ink per skill. So I suppose if you was doing quite a few skills, but you know, like I said, I'm not rushing into the skills and stuff. I'll show you what I've done so far. I'm just working my way through the area. So like I said, I'm not rushing to do all the scribing system. And like I said, I wouldn't rush it either. You know, wait for the prices to drop down a bit if you do need extra ink and you don't want to farm it. I think the worst thing you can do is buy it. I'm not getting Gold Road, just going to stick with Wretched and Rothgar 1 bar DK. Seems to work each patch. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just watching your video about this place. Just quickly message him, say, do you need this area? Oh. Oh, sweet. yeah, I mean, like, people are saying, like, oh, you need scribing. I don't think it's going to give you an edge, obviously, having the scribe skills, but do you need Gold Road to still be good in PvP? Probably not, because you're still getting the benefit of the, the patch changes and stuff. I've yet to see, I mean, look, the scribing skills are definitely strong, but whether they're going to become actually meta, and you really need them to be competitive, I'm not sure yet. So there's no rush to get Gold Road, there's no rush to go scribing and going crazy. I will obviously start doing it and getting the skills once I've completed the area, which will probably be like another week or so, as I'm not gonna blaze through it. I'm just gonna take some time because I'm doing other stuff. I'm doing builds and things. Wanted to have it open for later. Scribing skills can be strong, but I don't think they'll be able to replace more meta skills, especially class skills. Yeah, I think they're more sort of like gap fillers. Scribing is just making it easy to play. It's paid to win, but if you're good enough, you don't necessarily need scribing unless you want blue vigor. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, don't get me wrong, like the skills, yeah, I think they are more sort of gap fillers. Like, say you're missing a certain thing, like, because they give you like minor brittle or something, that's quite hard to come by on, oh, 2 luminous ink there, sweet, look at that, and 3 mundane rune, that was a nice little drop there. Yeah, they're like gap fillers, like, yeah, if you like, you might find it hard to get, say, a sort of minor brittle, if you're not playing a Warden or whatever, so then you can then add that to the build with a skill. It's just sort of more gap fillers, and like, I did notice like one of the skills is going to improve your bash build damage, by 300. Is that going to be like, oh, you've got to run it, make or break? No, it's not. It's just going to be, it's just a nice little skill that you can replace and just change things up a bit. I know the healing one was overpowered and that was nerfed apparently, but I'm not surprised. Yes, gap fillers is the right term, yeah, especially with like 1-bar builds, because you can be limited with what skills you can use, and I use a lot of 1-bar builds. So, there might be a scribing skill that you think, what, that's going to be fit a couple of things. Like, again, like minor resolve, you can't get that on a 1-bar build unless you use vigor, 9 times out of 10, because it's not provided with Oaken Soul, so you could use a scribe skill to give you something else rather than just vigor, as I'm not a big fan of vigor, just to get minor resolve. 1-bar bombing will be insane. I'm waiting on a video from you to make. Yeah, I haven't done a bombing video in a while. Funny enough, I think my first like videos actually were bombing videos, as I did do a few Nightblade bombing videos. I was going to make a 1-bar bombing video ages ago on Nightblade, but yeah, there is a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing, got coming. But yeah, once I get my head properly around describing, I mean, like I said, yeah, so the bash bar skill, the shield throw, another luminous ink, so I've got 3 luminous ink there, and what's that, 20 minutes play. So yeah, I will be, I really need to get rid of my inventory stuff. Yeah, so it's the shield throw is good for the bash build, and then what was the other skill I used? There was a good ganking one which sort of explodes the second you hit a skill, so that could be good for bombing, definitely good for ganking. So there's going to be a lot of different things you're going to see. The only thing I'm not actually a fan of, funny enough, is the change in the colours of the skills, because I feel Like a lot of people might get killed by something, and then you're like, I wonder what he was running. Do you know what I mean? And the colours are going to confuse, like blue Vigor. Someone's going to be searching for a blue hill, aren't they? And whereas Vigor isn't a blue skill, you know, unless you visually change it. So I suppose it's good in a way because you can sort of camouflage what you're running. It's going to make it more harder to sort of work out what other people are running against you, in a way. But for newer players, I think it's a bit of a, it's going to make things a bit more trickier for them. I'm planning on making a 1-bar classless build, just trying to figure out which skills I need. Really like your builds, keep up the great work. Cheers, Zombie. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take time because the scribing system is quite big. So to work out what really is going to work is going to be, it's going to take a bit more time. And like I said, they're probably going to add more skills. So the only thing I don't like about the scribing is, like, I do run werewolf builds, and of course you can't put a scribe skill on the werewolf, which, you know, so it does exclude things, which I don't think is right. I think it should be open to all setups and classes. But that's just me. But yeah, werewolves have got to buff this patch with the major protection. So werewolves are definitely stronger this patch, without a doubt. So I will be releasing I'm just working on it at the moment, but it'll probably be ready for quite a few builds actually. I've got a sorcerer, 1-bar to bring out again, like a melee version. I've got another warden, ancient warden 2.0. I've got another werewolf coming out. So there's quite a few bits coming. Dark convergence, vicious death with that destro skill, and a few other scribing skills with the 2-second delays. All skills hitting at once will be nuts. Not sure if you watched Epic's build theory. I've seen, yeah, a couple of things. I don't know if it was that one particularly. Yeah, like delayed exploding skills. I think there is a new set as well that doesn't have like a sort of plague break style skill. You know, like an explosion proc. So it's definitely going to open the door up to a bit more variation. But unfortunately, I still think the meta on a lot of things is not going to go away. You still see a lot of the masters dual wield, you know, veteran ice staff, back bar, you know, way of fire. Them sort of things are still, you know, top. You know, them burning dot things that you can't seem to escape. You know, running Zan or whatever, or Marcelosk, Monster Helm. I still don't think there's anything that's really going to go above that. Could add to it. Crazy potential with 1-bar and scribing. Yeah, and that's where I think it's going to shine. Is where you're sort of limited to what skills you can put on, or you're playing a class like, say, Necromancer. Do you know what I mean? It's probably going to really shine on a Necromancer. It's going to shine on things that are lacking, basically. So it's going to be good gap fillers for classes and builds that are lacking. You know, like I said, like, yeah, 1-bar build, you can only put on 5 skills and a null. So, you know, there might be a good scribing skill that's really going to add a bit extra to what maybe you could put on originally. Something like that. Flame Blossom and Tarnish still number 1. Yep, they are definitely number 1. That's why I've used a lot of them in my builds, especially Flame Blossom. I don't think anything hits harder than Flame Blossom, apart from that hasn't got a delay, should I say. Because the actual hardest hitting proc set, I think, is Scavenging Demise. But it's got a 2-second delay. And I think the next strongest hitting set is probably Red Mountain. But again, it's got a 1-second delay. So I think Flame Blossom is probably the best, as I think it does have a 1-second delay, but because it's sort of like, you know, in melee range, it spawns instantly. It's almost instant. So I do think Flame Blossom is probably the best. And of course, Tarnished is still everywhere. So yeah, we'll have to see how it all pans out, this scribing. But yeah, just see them as more sort of gap fillers. What is your build missing? Oh, you know, I need minor resolve, or I need this, or I just need that little extra. That's how you can then. That's how I think scribing is for. But obviously, it's going to open the door to, you know, potential things being overpowered, unfortunately, and then they're going to be tweaked and adjusted. So there's no point in rushing into it all. But I will be getting around to it. Most physical damage sets are probably the most viable, and sets, yeah, without that delay. With latency, delay proc sets are the worst. Yeah, that's why I don't run Scavenging Demise as much anymore, because it does hit super hard. It's just, I think it is the hardest hitting of any set. I don't know if it's going to show the proper tooltips. Yeah, if you look at Scavenging Demise, mine's saying 13,000. When it procs, I don't think anything goes above that. I really don't think there is. The only one that's closest is yeah, Red Mountain, which they are brilliant sets. I've, you know, a year or so ago I did make a couple of good ganking builds with them, and they are still effective, but the delay, you know, people can become aware of it and then obviously dodge it, so that is the only issue. That's why people go for sort of more instant proc ones that deal slightly less damage, but obviously they've got that instant thing. Need upfront damage from the get-go. Yeah, exactly. You need. That's why, yeah, Tarnished is brilliant. What's going on, Woke? I'm curious to try Flame and Curse of the Dalmish. Curse of the Dalmish. I've heard of that one. And it's so much like the other one, the Cindermoth, is another set that I actually haven't used yet. But I think the damage is slightly less than Flame Blossom. What's the new? Oathsworn Pit. Yeah, the Cinder one. Yeah, it's less. It's 6,000 for me. Don't go by my numbers, but I'm just going by what's higher, you know, what's less or more. And then you go to DLC dungeons again, and you go to Bloodroot. See, Flame Blossom does it harder. So, or Flame Blossom and Icy Conjurer. Yeah, that's another good set. There's too many sets in this game now. I don't know if I can get my head around them all. That's 4 Luminous Ink now I've had, so let's just check that. So they seem to be dropping pretty good. So I'm thinking that the prices of these are going to drop off, and they're going to, you know, I'm still tempted to say that they drop better than the Potent Nerncrux. Because, I mean, what's that? That's half an hour maybe of grinding, and I've been running Craglorn and not had 4 Potent Nerncrux in half an hour's grind. I don't think anyone can really say that. I don't know if you get double. Do you get double Potent Nerncrux drop with the Plentiful Harvest? I don't know if you do or not. Rush of Agony is up there for DPS 2. Yeah, that's a nice set. But yeah, I'm going to do one more werewolf build, release that. And then I'm going to move on to some other stuff. And I do need to be doing some Necromancer stuff, because there was a Necromancer build I was working on. But I might have to change it now, because obviously with the drop of Scribing, and Necromancer is definitely going to benefit from the Scribing, without a doubt. Because they said, you know, like, it is lacking a lot of the buffs and debuffs. So obviously adding Scribing skills on top of that is going to make it good. Rush of Agony has a bug now. If you get stunned, you can't break free. It's a bug, this patch. Oh, I didn't know that one. But yeah, the Luminous Ink for me is not too bad. I really think you could probably get between 4 and like 8 per hour farming nodes, basically doing what I'm doing. So I don't really see it being a problem, unless of course you're someone that is going to be doing a ton of scribing skills, and that is the problem. If they do become where you need like 3 or 4 scribe skills because they're so good on a bar, then it might become a problem. But I think the market will become flooded very quickly. I mean, like, it's been out quite a while on PC now, so I would have thought there's going to be quite an abundance of them. But yeah, that's not bad. So that's probably 8 or 9 physical drops I've had. I'll tell you what I cannot get to drop is one of these damn plants. They're meant to drop off any alchemy or clothing node, apparently. But what I'll do, I'll show you guys my chest farm I've already got set up. I'll do a video on it really, and I'll grab some nodes and hit enemies along the way, just for them sweet painting drops. Again, they're not easy to drop, but I did get one. Don't think I've sold it yet. Only thing is, people are going to be pushing prices up high with ink though. PC prices will start high then come down slowly. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's been out a while now, so do you know what I mean? Like, you're probably going to accumulate quite a few. I suppose if they become abundant, then the price should, you know, go down. They're not going to ever be super cheap, I don't think. You know, they might drop down to, worst case scenario, 20k gold on console. I really need to get rid of my inventory. I keep saving all the new sets I've been picking up. I might just have to delete them. It's just, everything's just full to the brim. But yeah, personally, I've not really had a problem with the inks. But like I said, I think that's what's been happening. A lot of people have been doing dailies and like world boss farming, thinking they're going to be getting a lot of ink, and it's not been the case. There's been some issue, and of course, the people that have been doing node and probably mob farming have had a lot better success. Going to be around drill wax 30k, 35k a pop. Yeah. It's gonna, like, the longer the time goes on, the more cheaper they're going to become. And like I said, moving forward, we don't know, or I don't know, how, you know, big this scribing is going to be. Are you going to be scribing tons of skills and keep rechanging things, or are you just going to do it as a one time and then keep that skill? Do you know what I mean? So we don't know how often you're going to be using these inks until, you know, everyone gets their head round the scribing. So I did sell some, but they're not looking that expensive to me at the moment. I will check it again in a minute, as I'm going to end this farm fest here. Mate, is there no better combo than is that a new player? You sometimes see the odd like new player, as it is a start zone here, I think. Is it a new player? I don't know if it even is. Yeah. Yeah, is there no better combo than Comet and Streak? I don't think there actually is. Any 1-bar Templar builds in mind? I have done a few already on my channel, as I do love the 1-bar Templars. I've done some ones with some really crazy high beam damage, but yeah, I will be revisiting the Templar as well. There was a good 1-bar bow Templar build I want to be doing, but I don't have the bow skill leveled on my Templar, so that sort of like made me delay it a little bit. It was like deadly, running bow, using the bow the bow. Oh, I can't even talk. The bow ultimate, which is channeled. Basically, you're having like a channeled 1 bar bow build on Templar running. You know, like, so you've got the radiant oppression as your channeled. You're going to have the I think it's ballista or something, the bow one, wherever it be. Yeah, ballista, and then just basically doing a ton of channeled effects. So yeah, definitely going to be working on the Templar, but yeah, I really need to do something on the Necromancer, because there was an unreleased build that I'd never actually released. It was a 2-bar one that I never got around to dropping. But yeah, we'll be doing Necromancer. I've done quite a few ganking ones, so I'm probably going to sit off the ganking ones for a while. There's a couple more bash builds I want to release. It's just too much. Too much. Sounds groovy, yes. It's just having the... I mean, I can literally pump out all the builds really quickly, but I need the... I want the gameplay footage as well of them in action. I mean, if I didn't have to do that, I could probably release like 2 builds a day. No trouble. But yeah, I want the gameplay footage just to show them in action as well. I mean, most of the builds I do are predominantly 1 bar, as I find if you're a person like me that wants to keep changing things, I feel 1 bar you can sort of pick up and play them a little bit better and quicker, whereas 2 bar you need to memorise a bit more, and not so easy to just change around. But I do some 2 bar builds, just not as many. But yeah, there's plenty to come as I reach towards the 4K mark. Well, I will be soon, I think. Anyone selling 14k crowns? 14k, my god, that is going to be like... That is going to be like 12 million gold in it or something. That is not going to be cheap. You better have some big gold. Right, yeah, so I'm going to go do a couple more laps, and then I'm going to go, because I didn't get my plant. I never get any furnishing drops on these damn nodes. The drop must be a joke. Well, I know it's a joke, but you've got to be in it to win it. But yeah, I'm glad Werewolf has received a little... it's not really the buffs we wanted, but they definitely are tankier, so you can build a bit more into damage. As I think, you know, they didn't want to buff Werewolf too much, because then I think they're worried about having, you know, werewolves everywhere again. I've never really had a problem with werewolves, and I do like playing them. But I know they were a big problem in the early days of the game, PvP wise. So we will go, I will show you my, so stay tuned, because, oh yeah, stay tuned. I will be showing you my sweet chest farm, or chest and node farm basically, because I've been picking up the nodes along the way on the new Westfield. So you might get your hands on the painting. And get your hands on all the new overland gear. I really just need to get rid of that. I wish you could just auto bind stuff. Literally, well, no, I don't want to do that. We'll go through everything binding. Actually, no, I don't have to do that. I could just put them on, couldn't I? That is just like a much quicker way. What was I thinking? Because the second you put them on, they bind, don't they? I'm such an idiot. Right. That's probably... And this is, I've basically got all these weapons. If you wonder why I've got so many, I've got them all from basically doing the chest farm. I've been doing quite a bit. Just get rid of all them. My inventory. Why can't they just double the inventory space? It's just too much. There's far too much stuff now. I'm just gonna delete the gear. I'll get some more anyway. Ring of Faithfulness. Right, get rid of all these quickly. Be careful not to delete something I want. Right, so put the weapon that I had back on. Right, we'll be good to go. Yeah, so we'll leave this island. I'll just get over here and then I'll show you a good chest farm spot I've already got, but I probably will make a video on it. There's so many videos I need to make. So many guides have got coming. And like I said, you've got the new event dropping as well. So I'm going to be stealing as well. Because I want to see if the ink and that drops on killing NPCs. And that, because that's going to be nice. I don't think they're going to drop from pickpocketing. I can't see that. I know they drop from stolen containers. But whether it's locked boxes and other things, I don't know yet. So I have to find that out. Oh, right. But yeah, the chest farm don't take that long. It's just in a small section of the map. And they're pretty consistent as well. So I will show you guys now. It's my last one. Bye bye. Let's check. I think I've got the treasure hunter passive on. Reckon Sergeant the Night Slayer, Nightblade bow build would work. Night Slayer, yes. Sergeant, probably not, because you'd have to build up the heavy attacks. Sergeant's only works if you're building it up. So, like, if you mean like a gank, probably not. If it wasn't a gank, it probably would work. Like a heavy attack bow build, you'd probably be better with like Night Slayer and Nyx Hound or something to boost the damage. Right, so let's go and show you the new bit. So I'll start here, and then I'll just basically work my way around in a loop and then come back here. So that's the best spot I've found for chest farming. But I'm going to be hitting nodes and mobs as well along the way for the ink drops, because I can't help myself now, because now you've like, oh, I've got rid of that now, because you feel like you might get a drop. So I've got to try and memorise the spots as well, because obviously on console you haven't got the add-on, which is so annoying. I wish we had the add-on. Mate, I better put Oaken's on, I'm weak. It's because I've got the wild hunt, and I'll take that off. Right, well, you can already see the first one. Why can't I pick my node up? No, Is that a bugged one? I don't know. Oh, that's the first chest. Under this. What the hell? What the? And that's the chest farm done, guys. I didn't think I was going to get one first time. So that should be worth a lot of gold. Normally I have to do about 50-60 chests before I actually get a painting drop, so that's my second one. I think there's meant to be one on the raft here, it's not there. Damn, yeah, you're telling me that was quick. I was not expecting that, to get one that quickly. So yeah, there should be one there, and then one on that wooden thing. But like I said, I will do a guide on this because you might not be able to follow along anyway, because it is a bit confusing. At first, once you do about 3 or 4 laps, it's not too bad. You'll start memorising. There should be one here. Yeah, the paintings are going for a ton of money. So this is like something, there ain't going to be a lot. You can only get them from the chests. So if people ain't chest farming, there ain't going to be a lot of them. There's one under the cart here. I didn't see if it was a simple chest. I don't know if a simple or advanced or whatever makes any difference. But they're random. Once you've picked that chest, then say that one I've just done that was simple, that could be then intermediate or something else afterwards. So right, next one is under here. Oh, as I said, they're pretty consistent as well. I don't know if there is a cooldown on the paintings where I've just picked one up. I don't know if I'm then going to get another one. So once we go here, you go along the... Oh. We go along this river. There should be, no, not one here. Under this rock in front of me. And there it is. Oh, master, yes, come on. I always get excited when I see a master one, but it normally just gives you 2 pieces of the set items. You don't, maybe I'll get lucky. I mean, the master chests are so rare, they should be like a guaranteed painting, to be fair, because you don't often see them. The next one is just on this rock bit. Yeah, make sure you have, not that it helps really that much, but it does a little bit, the keen eye, so you can just see them a bit easier. But once you memorise the spots, you don't really need it. That was crazy though, getting a painting first time. I didn't see what chest it was though, if it was a simple or whatever type of chest it was. Then basically we're going to the top of that waterfall up there. There's quite a few nodes on this. Normally DLC areas, they're not really dense with the nodes, but I think because of the ink thing they've added, they've made the nodes pretty good. So just pick up stuff along the way, because I don't know if you're going to get ink drops from the chest. You're probably not, but mind you, they drop from stolen containers, and it doesn't mention that they drop from containers. It just said nodes and mobs, so unless that's a bug. I can rewind and find out. Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, I should really look really because I'm just doing it quickly. There should be a chest here. So we're just making our way round, and there's about 30 spots, maybe 20-30 spots. Well, that was the worst jump ever. And they do respawn by the time you've come back round as well, which is good. Should be one here. I'm still a tiny bit rusty with all the chest locations on this run, but I've pretty much got it nailed down. It was simple, blimey. So there you go. Luminous ink there as well. So, well worth doing this little run. I mean, obviously, if you're watching my live, you can just follow this along, or look at it at a later date if you want to do this run. But like I said, I will do a proper video on this. So there was one there, and then run up here. There should be one up here. Another luminous ink. My God, they're dropping like flies. Right, this one was a thieves trove there. They're pretty much pointless to open, but there we go. Right, this one confuses me. I think it might be behind. But yeah, there's no doubt about it. Like, how many mobs have I hit? I don't think I've even had one drop off a mob. Well, not on this stream anyway. So, but you know, I've just had drop after drop on nodes. So, you want ink, do nodes. But like I said, I will find out about the stealing side. See if you can get them from stealing. There should be one here, I think, but it's not here. Well, this is where I start to get a little bit rusty. Oh my God, there's the wandering boss. I've not actually killed that yet. I wish it'd show up on the map. Shall I kill it? I should probably call it out, shouldn't I? Wandering boss near Broken Promises Cave. Oh. See if we can get anyone to help me. I might be able to put it down myself, but I'll probably struggle. So yeah, that's quite a few ink really, isn't it? I'm going to get hit by it. Probably not a good time to look. Oh, I forget people are going to ask for invite. Whoa. Come on, let's kill the wandering boss on live. Oh my God, I've lost it myself. Was that everyone, or did I miss someone? think I've got everyone. Apologies if I've missed anyone. I'm just going to go down because someone else wants an invite. Oh no, I'm still good. Inviting the whole server, yeah, I forgot that people were just going to say invite, invite. But yeah, this is the first time I've actually hit this boss. I do like the wandering bosses. I think they're a really good addition to the game. I just wish they'd just show up on the map. As I don't see any negative for them to just show up wandering around the map. Just an icon would be really nice, as I'd probably hit them more, a lot more. Oh, someone wants another invite. Oh, he's already in my group. Two, 4, 6, 8. That's as most I can invite anyway. Minotaur tracker. Didn't really get much from that, did we? Right, so disband the group. Right, let's get back to what we was doing. Yeah, I don't think it didn't really drop much, did it? Right, so the next spots are near this cave thing. I think there's one up here. Let me just double check. I'm losing my bearings a little bit. Yep, here it is. Inviting the whole server. I hate that the group size is only 12 now. I do miss the old days where I think it was 24. That used to be really good. Right, so yeah, there's one spot there. Grab a few nodes. Yeah, I've had quite a few ink drops, to be fair, isn't it? It's not been actually too bad. Let's see how many ink I've got now, if I can ever find it. I'm not typing it in again. Where is my ink drops? Did I go past it? 24. Did I have 24? Oh, 14. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So like, I'm not even. So I said by the time I actually get round to doing the scribing, once I've completed the max I've been in is 7. Oh yeah, 24. Yeah, the group size used to be 24. I'm sure it did in Cyrodiil, and then they reduced it. You know, because of server issues, I think. And if anyone wants to know, this is where the Tribune Grand Master is. Right here. But there should be a chest there. Just checking his backpack, see if he got anything for me. Max I've been is 7, yeah. I mean, like, it's annoying it's 12 because you might have more people that want to join. I think there was another person that wanted to join. I couldn't invite anymore. I was at the max. So yeah, should be one near the Tribune Master. And then we will go to the next spot. Did I go past it? That should be here. I think it should be here. Yeah, it's not here. There's like a Scribing, I think, and there should be one there. So after that, you make your way to the crafting area. But I must admit, I do feel this is a better zone than the Necron one. Especially the Telvanni bit, I really found that really boring. And it was so similar to Vardenfell, whereas this is a bit different, this one. Right, there should be one right near the... It's not normally here because it's right near the Sky Shard, so people are probably picking it up. I think it's here. Oh, I can't even get up. Get me up. It should be about here, around that sort of mark. And then I don't know if there is another one here. I could be wrong. I don't think there is. Around this sort of bit here. I don't think there is. Let's pick up some more goodies. No gold roads though. Yeah. But it's definitely a better chapter so far. Like from like the region itself. Right, so here I've got to think. Is that the new? Oh yeah, it's the new estate people have been buying, isn't it? So the next one is up here in the building. It's up here, this glowy bit. There should be a chest there. Someone's had it. And then the next one is down here. Sometimes this one's gone. I think it should be about here in one of these things. Yeah, it's gone. And then we make our way to about here. This one's a bit of a, got to run about a little bit. I'll be putting that painting up for sale. Because I know they're going for really good money, because obviously all the new paintings. I do like the painting farming. But I think even though they're worth a lot, the Gold Road ones, the Vardenfell ones are still always going to be worth the most, because you can only obtain them through stealing lockboxes. Maybe pickpocketing, but I think the really good ones are only from lockboxes. So whereas all the others can be obtained from chests, so it's easier. Arcanist definitely fell off the map quick with this patch, like it never got released. Everyone, Nightblade and Magesalt, yep. I mean, they're still good. The only thing that Arcanist has got going for it is they're just very tanky. They're really good for 1vx. They can really take a massive beating because of that shield. I think the chest should be up here. Here it is. Yeah, Arcanists are just, they are very tanky, and they've got a lot of immobilizers and snares. They're still really good. And well, I said all the classes are really good, but yeah, like generally it's the Salks and the Nightblades that are top dog. Oh, what am I doing? Damn you, mud crab. Right, so after you get that one, there should be one around this bit here. Here we go. Yeah, I knew it was near this camp bit here. And then the next one, I don't think I've never seen it here, but I'll check it anyway, because if it's right near the cave, the delve entrance, so it's probably being picked up. There's one stun I have is annoying, yeah, it is. It's very, very strong, that paralyze. That's why you need to run, sometimes it's worth running if you're against a lot of Arcanists, running that CC immunity pots, immobilized pots. Bombers and dot builds will be nutty this patch, yeah, they're definitely going to be very strong. Yeah, there should be a chest here somewhere near this entrance, but I've just never seen it. So I tend to not come here, because again, like, there's a lot of people doing the quests and stuff, so they're probably picking up that chest. And then the next one is next to an ogre sitting down, which is over here. Oh, is that thing? Look, so what is going on? They shouldn't be over here, look. That's where the incursion is, and they seem to be spawning around the edges. So sometimes to trigger them, I think this is part of the incursion here. And they should be spawning all the way over there. So And then when you kill round the things around the edges, they seem to then spawn in the middle. So that's definitely some sort of bug. %, yeah. So where is it? Here it is. Him sitting down there, and the chest is next to him. Sweet, right. Wandering boss is up. So the incursions, that's why I'm not really doing them too much, because they're buggy at the moment. So I can't really be bothered with them. And I said they're on top of it, they're not dropping the ink. Not on console anyway. Right, and the next one, I think is along this road a bit. So we've nearly completed the whole loop anyway. There's just a few more to get. I think it's near this wall. Should be here, I think. And then we travel down into this section. There's 2 here. But like I said, I've had a painting drop, so again, I don't know if there is a cooldown on the paintings. I forget where these 2 are. There is somewhere in these ruins. There is one. There should be, yeah, there's 2 spots here. But it's a bit of a maze around here, so yeah, there should be one around this region. I might be missing it. And then if you go back up the stairs, there should be another one if we go, yep, along here. Then there it is. I'm picking up everything. Ever since these ink drops, I'm just picking up and killing everything along the way now. Normally, like I said, I'd just ignore them. But this one should be behind this rock. I think it should be there. And then there's just a couple more spots. I think you'll go down to here now. But yeah, if you're on PC doing this, you're absolutely laughing. You don't have to memorise things like you have to do on console, or keep referring to a chest map or a whatever farm you're doing. So that's the only thing I really wish you'd just add on console, was just the add-on. Even if it was just for chests, I'd be really happy. Right, so it's here somewhere. There's quite a few ads here, let's grab them all. I'm tempted. But I said the ink drops with mobs, yeah, I just think you're sort of on an iodine to nothing. You might get some, but you ain't going to get a lot. From what I've seen. There should be a chest up here. There it is. And there is another chest somewhere. And I'm forgetting where that is as well. But yeah, like I said, personally, I've not found the ink drops to be that bad. As you can see from the live, I've had quite a few. So hopefully everyone else hasn't had really much trouble. But like I said, even if you are having trouble, I'll check in the guild traders in a minute what they're going for. But they're not even going for like crazy money anyway, to be fair. But I suppose when you combine the cost of the scribing, you know, to buy the skills and that, I've been picking up a lot of coaters as well. Yeah, when you combine that in, I suppose there is still a bit of a cost. But you're probably better off just buying them, to be honest, if you're really desperate to have loads. Because farming them loads, yeah, it might take a while. So there's a chest here. I think there's only 2 more chest spots and then we're literally looping back then. Oh, there's just one over here. Should be just on this rock bit. It's not here. Oh, yes it is. Oh, the music or the audio, I ain't got a clue. Yes, there's one more spot I go to and then that is the end of the loop, which is this little hut. I think there's one in there. Yeah, or next to it, should I say. Oh, come on, go down. But yeah, I wouldn't personally be doing mobs, actively doing mobs just for ink. It's not probably worth doing. I've seen you open more chests than I have played ESO over the last 2 years. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they actually are easy to find once you just get memorised. So now we're done, that's the last spot, and then you'll then make your way back here, which is where you'll then restart the loop. So it's just that, basically. It's a nice little run, and I said they'll pretty much, give or take, they would have respawned. Yeah, so if you're into the paintings, that's the only thing it's really going to drop from. I think you might get the motifs. I've not actually, I think I might have had 1 motif drop from them. The new motifs. Wherever they are, get rid of that. I've not had too many, I've only had the belts and swords of the new one. So then once you're done, yeah, just run along here. Keep running until you get to that cart. Wherever it is. Did I just run past it? Oh, there's the cart there. And that's basically your restart point. And then drop down. Yeah, they pretty much start respawning. I don't think there was one there before. And there it is. Yeah, oh, so it's that waste one, and then that's your starting point is here. Up here, through here, all the way there, there, across there, down there. Yep, here, through here to there, down there. Drop down to here and then back. So yeah, I definitely have to make a video on that. So it'll be a bit more easier for people to follow. But like I said, if you've seen the live, you know the route. I did try, because again, public dungeons can be quite good for farming chests, but I did go in there and there is about 13 or 14 or whatever chest spawn locations, but you only seem to get about 1 or 2 spawn, so it wasn't effective from what I could tell farming the public dungeon for chests. There's just too many mobs and too many ads, so I'm not going to be doing the chest farming there. You're better off overland. Right, so let's go and check out the prices of the ink and see what they're rocking. Because like I said, I don't think that's going to be too bad. But yeah, personally, my opinion is that the inks are dropping better than the potent Nern Crux, or they're a very similar drop, to be honest. So right, let's go to the bank. Recent searches, ink. There you go, look, they're down to 40k now. I think it was 50k last I looked. And this is on Xbox EU, so it might be slightly different for whatever one you're on. But yeah, they're definitely dropping in price. I might just sell mine, to be honest, because I'm going to be picking more up. I reckon 30k plus on PC though. Yeah, they're going to be dear on PC. Shall I put them up or not? I don't know. No, I won't actually. I'll put that painting up though. I'll put it up for 1 million. 10k listing fee? Right, so damn. Yeah, I ain't selling them cheap, but I don't know, they might be dropping off a little bit. Yeah, so it must be 3 o'clock UK time when the event drops for the parcels, and I'm going to be doing lock boxes for the parcels. What's another good node farm? I don't know.
There you are. I have been expecting you.
So the problem with Craiglawn is it is always quite busy. So I don't think it's probably your best bet for farming the nodes unless you've got a quiet spot. I've got a good little node farm. I might try. See what luck I get. I'll see if I can remember it. Yeah, like a rune stone one. I think there should be one there. Jump over. I'll pick up the other ones as well. So again, just follow along or use this live stream as a reference. But again, you know, when you can get potent Nerncrux and ink of the same drop, I mean, does that mean that you're going to be getting both drop at the same time, or are you going to get a Nerncrux and a I've lost myself already. Where am I? I think I went the wrong way. Yeah. Right, do not follow this then. I've just lost myself. Yeah, so basically you start here, should be one here, one there, and then you go back over, back to the way shrine, follow it along here. This is quite a good little route. Should be a rune stone here. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if you get a potent Nerncrux and an ink drop at the same time. That way you'll know, I can't remember this route now. Oh yeah, that way you'll know if it's they're dropping at the same time, or are they replacing the drop. Do you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Like, would you have got an ink instead of that Nerncrux, or are they going to drop individually and not affect each other, basically? So the ink drops anywhere. Yeah, the ink does drop anywhere once you have it activated. But yeah, definitely nodes, without a doubt, is better. I think there should be one here. Oh, there's a chest there as well. Would Beckneath be a good run? Yep, any area that's small is a good run, but if you're really going to be into node farming, I'd probably recommend that the Fire Moth Island is probably your best place. Or another really good one is in Cold Harbour, farming the plants in the Hollow City, because you're going to be making 100k an hour just farming the plants, let alone the ink drops. So they're probably your best spots. Because I think it's better to have something with an additional drop. That's why people go Craglong, because you can get the potent Nerncrux as well. But I do, for some reason I have difficulty getting Nerncrux. I never seem to get many. But mind you, I don't do tons of Craglong farming, to be fair though, so. Because obviously you do get a lot of players. Well, do you get a lot of players on console? Probably not. I mean, on PC it probably would be quite hard. So yeah, this route I'm doing now is more of a sort of a rune stone sort of farm. I'm just picking up the other bits additionally. Mundane rune are worth a lot of money, so if you get a good stack of them. And then just come along this bit here. I don't know why I keep remounting, there's probably not much point where I keep stopping. Also, I think a sorcerer is the best class to do farming on, because you can streak in between nodes. So I would recommend a sorcerer if you're going to be farming, because it will be quicker. I just tend to keep remounting. But that's the thing, yeah, once you've got the scribing skills you need, you know, and say you're only using like 3 or 4, I can't see there's going to be a big demand for ink, you know, long term. That's the only thing that concerns me a little bit. So I don't think long term they're going to be worth crazy money. I think they're going to go down to like 20k on console. But mind you, I suppose if the drops are almost exclusive to node farming and, you know, mobs, they're just too rare, then maybe that might hold the price a little bit. So we're basically making our way to here, and then we'll teleport back. So you're sort of running here all around this section up here. But I said this is more a farm for sort of rune stones. You can get ink from dailies, I assume. Not from the coffers, I don't think, but you should be getting them from bosses, because obviously you're hitting bosses and mobs. But I think that's what I think the issue has been, that they've not been dropping from bosses. But it's been patched on PC, so we're just waiting for the console patch, and that's why I think the issue is, you know, people have said, oh, they're not dropping, the inks ain't dropping, they're too hard, because people have only been doing dailies and, you know, hitting world bosses and stuff and the incursions, and of course you ain't going to be getting them, you know, whereas node farmers like myself, you're going to be getting more. So that's the run done there. I'll do the Cold Harbour one and show you how good that is, but most people know this one anyway, but if you don't, I'll quickly show you. But this is probably the best node farm in the game for gold, I think. Why did it come up the announcement? Is the event live? I don't know. yeah, so pressing all the wrong buttons. But again, sometimes with the cold arbor you can get a lot of people plant farming as well. And you're not going to get additional drops on these, you're only going to get the ink. So like, obviously because you're not in Craiglawn, you're not going to get the Nern crux or anything here. But like I said, you're going to get the ink drop, so it's definitely worth doing this run. This one's annoying because it's under a sign. But yeah, because of the ink, it's more, I'm not, like I said, I'm not really a massive node farmer. I used to do tons of it back in the day. But obviously because of the ink drop, it sort of gave me more motivation to do more node farming. And I've got ESO Plus at the moment, so it's all going in the craft bag. Yeah, so it's definitely a good time to be a node farmer, without a doubt, because you're just getting all these additional drops. But like I said, I would recommend the Vardenfell one that I've done earlier in the stream, because you know, you might get that lucky chance of getting one of the furnishings of the mushrooms or whatever that's worth crazy money. Yeah, I haven't looted any in 4 days, or like no bosses, no nodes, no openables. I always stop for alchemy and runestones and wood. Not one. No, I think they actually nerfed the drop rate. Yeah. Have you done the quest though? You definitely done the quest, haven't you? The you have to do the netch, wing of the netch, to get the node drops, and you have to do the other quest to get the mob drops. Because I didn't even know. I just thought it was going to activate. Until I realised that you have to do a bit of the scribing to get them to actually drop. And if you only do the one scribing quest, they're not going to drop. Yeah, it's someone else farming the nodes probably. Yeah, you have to do the netch one to get them to drop on nodes. Yeah, I fully opened all scribe doors. Oh, that's just bad luck then. I haven't looted any in 4 days. Yeah, just keep up with the node farming. But I think that's the problem that a lot of people have been doing. They've been doing too much boss farming for like leads and other stuff, you know, and doing dailies, because I like the dailies as well, but I haven't done as many dailies because yeah, they're not dropping off bosses, which is just annoying. Oh, I keep getting sent a message. What is this? Right, where am I? Never seen one in a coffer either. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get them in coffers, but apparently they drop in containers, which they're, you know, it doesn't say, it says they only drop off nodes and enemies. But I did see someone do a screenshot showing that they drop off the stolen containers, so they drop in loot containers. And I've not done the container farming for the plans yet. I just haven't done it. So yeah, this is a really good spot, nice and easy. Like I said, you might get some competition, is the only problem. That's why you're better to probably farm, if you know there is a lot of players doing things like this player's running around doing it. I think you're probably better farming in a DLC area. I mean, there's a really good node farm I used to do here in Hughes Bane that was jewellery farming here, but I've stopped doing it ever since they nerfed the jewellery, so I stopped doing that one. So really your best thing to do is farm plants, in my opinion. I'm going to go back to Sayadneen, where it's called Sayadneen. I can't say them. I'm off sleep, Blue. Have a good day and have a good stream. Cheers, mate. Have a good one. But yeah, this is just probably my all-time favourite, because I'm just hoping to get one of them mushroom furnishings, but it just don't drop. Was I going to show another one? I used to do one back in the day. Bleak Rock is another good place, and I would literally just start here, run round here, and just basically you just stay on the whole outer edge of the map, and there's absolute tons of nodes, and then you make your way back and just keep looping. That was another good farm I used to do. So there's definitely some really good farms. Just think out the box a little bit. Just don't go to Craiglawn as you go to all the time, because like I said, if there's other competition, you're not going to be picking up as much. Let's see if there's. You don't often see it. I never see anyone here very often. Like 1 out of 20 times I'll bump into someone here. I love Vardenfell. I usually roam the area around the Treeloft Tomb southeast part. Yeah, I did. I was farming that bit here until yeah, it's quite good actually for nodes. Plant nodes, not too bad, but this is just top dog. You know, if you're after getting them rare mushroom furnishings or whatever, this is the spot, I think. But I usually ignore the mobs, but I'm not now because of the ink drops. But whether you're going to get a load of ink drops off mobs, I don't think you're probably gonna. Because them super rare furnishings only drop off the alchemy and plant nodes in Vardenfell, so I think it's called the mushroom polyp or whatever. If you get that, that's probably the rarest item in the game. And I still haven't had that etheric cipher. That really annoys me. I've never had that. That only drops in non-DLC areas. I've never seen it. Never ever seen it. But yeah, Vardenfell is probably one of the best areas for rare items, because if you do the lockbox run, if you do this, you might get the rare furnishing plant run. If you do the lockbox run, which I've done quite a few times, you know, you can get the paintings. So it has some of the rarest items in the game, Vardenfell, and everyone can access it, because I think the chapter Vardenfell is just included in the base game now, so everyone can do these runs. Yeah, I've got on a flower low. You should see my map with the harvest node add-on. You can't even see most areas. Yeah, I had to depopulate it when I was on PC with the add-on, and just put on the nodes that I wanted to see, because yeah, it's just crazy, isn't it? You just can't see nothing. Oh, I've jumped. But yeah, do this run, guys. It's a nice little run, and hopefully you'll get lucky. I haven't been lucky yet. I've not seen any furnishing drops. But yeah, with the new event dropping, I'm probably going to be trying to farm in them table runners again, as they're super rare, and the Eleanor mirrors in Somerset. I'll probably do some of that, because I'm curious to see if there's going to be ink drops in lockboxes and pickpocketing, but I don't think there will be. I'm hoping there will be, and just see how that goes. Just do a bit of everything, and like I am, just don't stay in one area for too long, because you'll just get frustrated. Mix it up, you know, every half an hour to an hour. If you're doing intense farming, you know, just mix it up, keep it varied. That way you don't get so bored. But yeah, I do like to do the farms where you just got that little chance. Yeah, it's obviously slim. I'm not even expecting to even get this furnishing from this mushroom, but you know, there's always that chance. You know, like obviously running round Craiglawn, you might get potent Nern Crux. Yes, they're worth money, but It's not going to make you an instant millionaire. Whereas doing this run, it's still going to make you a ton of gold from all the mud crab chitting and the alchemy nodes. And you know, you've got that chance of getting that super rare drop, which is what keeps me going. I think that's what keeps you farming nodes and stuff, is having that rare chance. But I've definitely started wavering with trying to get the table runners off the clothiers in Somerset. I've pickpocketed them, must be like 1,000 times now, and I've never had no table runners, and there's meant to be multiple ones as well. I've just I haven't done that in about a week or so, but like I said, with this new event dropping and getting them parcels, I probably will do a bit of that. I do want a table runner. Or an Eleanor mirror. But yeah, I've never been a big fan of Craglong farming for nodes and stuff. I've always sort of gone to other areas. But I mean, this farm is just so simple as well. That's what makes it really good, this farm. Because a lot of the node farms can be tricky, particularly if you're on console, because you can't see you know, and you've got to keep referring to a map till you memorise it. But with this one, you don't need to memorise. You're just following the edge. So easy. Yeah, not had any more luminous ink. They've not dropped any more. But mind you, to be fair, I did get quite a few. And I got a painting as well. Happy days. But I mean, yeah, for farming for plants are the best nodes. Because, like I said, the columbine are just worth so much. I'm sure the price of cornflower has gone down a little bit. I swear they used to be the most expensive one, and now it seems to be the columbine. They were just worth crazy money. You got the windmill painting the other day. I was like, finally, oh, well done. Yeah, the paintings are not easy drops. They're not really hard, but they're definitely sort of like middle ground. They're not super rare, but they're not easy to get hold of. Like I said, I've only had 2, and I've opened probably about 200 chests. So yeah, they can definitely be tricky. Yeah, 100 or so chests. Yeah, I think they're probably like 1 in 100 chests. You're probably going to get a painting. There's the old inventory full again. Let's see how if I don't think I've got any more ink. Let's just check. 16 ink. So when did I start? How many did I even have? About 8, wasn't it? So yeah, I've had quite a few ink. Already 45 listed. Yeah, there's the paintings. There's more than what I figured there'd be, because I thought everyone was going to do the container farming, you know, for the plans, and they'd be more abundant. But the paintings definitely seem to have flooded in. So yeah, I might have to, you know, put it out for 1 million, but it might have dropped a bit. But yeah, when the new event drops, I'll definitely be showing you I've got a really good route for pickpocketing and stealing. It's really good in Somerset. I think I've done a few lives on it anyway, but I'll do another live, see how it goes. I'll be doing the lockbox one in Vardenfell. I need to get one of them paintings there. I just haven't had one in ages. I posted mine for 250k, hasn't sold, had it like 250, 300k, yeah. I think it's some of them are definitely not as worth as much. I think it's just the sheer number that's coming on the market. But I think the paintings will always be worth good money, but the Vardenfell paintings are gonna, you know, as time goes on, they're the ones that are worth the most because you can only get them from lockboxes, and you know, there's not a lot of players that do lockboxes compared to say picking up chests. So yeah, I think long term, like you're probably gonna want to be doing them. But that's the problem, you know, the market, once the market gets flooded, that's when they start dropping off in price. It's the same with the ink. I can't see the ink being a problem, you know, in like a month or two's time. I really can't. I mean, if the ink was like 10 ink per skill to craft, then okay, yeah, it might be becoming an issue. But from what I've seen, I don't think it's going to be too bad, the ink, long term. Obviously, like initially everyone's desperate to get them because it's the new material, and you know, everyone wants to craft skills and stuff. But just, yeah, just hold out. That's what I'm going to do. Hold out a bit until I start doing the skills. I mean, you earn quite a few just by doing the quest line anyway, so those drop like the sword from the Basilisk in Stranglehorn Vanilla. Wow, 1 in 17,000 lockboxes. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, on a previous live, I did actually get the Shivering Cheese, and that is, I don't know why they're not worth that much though. They're only worth like 300k or something. And you know, that is like similar to that, like, yeah, like 20,000 lockboxes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I played the game for 9 years. I've always opened lockboxes, and I've only ever had one Shivering Cheese, and it's only worth like 300-400k. Like, they should be worth like 10 million. Like, it's crazy. It's such a rare drop, them Shivering Cheese. I don't know why they don't go for more money. It's because it's such a unique furnishing. So I'm probably going to have to end up relisting that. I think I put mine up for $500,000. It's not sold. But yeah, just keep consistent with the node farming if you want the inks. Like I said, but mobs, like I said, I don't think I've had any off a mob on this live. Maybe one, definitely not a lot. And like I said, with the plentiful harvest, you know, you might get 2, which I've had a couple of times. So yeah, definitely nodes. Didn't they sell the cheese on the store a while back? Yeah, I think it is purchasable, which I don't think helps. I could be wrong though. But yeah, as I said, the Vardenfell stuff is truly unique stuff with the mushrooms and the paintings. You know, they can only be obtained through really difficult and obscure things, like, you know, only on plants, or, you know, only from lockboxes, and that's why they hold their value. Whereas other paintings and other stuff, they will go down a little bit. I know the Vampire Blackreach paintings are good. The Elsewhere paintings are good as well. Somerset drops unique flowers too, but not as crazy as the mushrooms. Oh yeah, I think there is, yeah, Somerset ones. You've got Somerset paintings as well, but the Somerset stuff is the table runners and the mirrors are the top things, I think. Well, yeah, I didn't get any more luminous ink. Right, yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in to the stream. I'll be doing some more soon as well with the new event and that. And stay tuned for some more builds and guides coming. And I'll see you in the next one.